Hi everyone. I hope you all are great. Today we will have regular plural nouns. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click any move on to language at the grade 5. Chapters regular plural nouns. Lesson is form plurals of nouns ending in F, F, E, O, and Y. Form and use plurals of nouns ending in F, F, E, O, and Y. Hi to you all in the chat. I hope you all are great. All right, to form the plural of most noun, you have to add s, okay? So for example, we have one tree, and to form plural, you have to add what? S to it, and we have what? Two trees. Okay? And then if it now ends in S, C, H, S, H, X, or Z, then you have to add ES to make it plural. We have one bush and we have two bushes. Okay, so this makes it what? Plural. Then if it now ends in Y, then you have to drop the Y and add IES to make it plural. So for example, we have one baby, and because it ends with Y, we slash the Y and make it I. Then we have two babies. Okay. Then even now ends in consonants Y, you have to drop the Y, add IES to make it plural, right? Then if it now ends in F or FE and the F sound changes to V when it's in plural, you have to drop the F or FE and then you add VES to make it plural. Just like we have one wolf, then we have two wolves, okay? And even now ends in F or FE and the plural forms keeps the F sound, just add S to make it plural. So we have one chef, two chefs, okay? So if it ends with F or FE and it keeps the FE sound in plural form, you just have to add S, okay? Then, if it now ends in O, usually you have to add S to make it plural. But however, we have some exception that you have to add ES for them. If they end with O, we have tomato, potato, hero, echo, tornado, volcano, and mango. So we have one piano. So you just make it two pianos, okay, in plural form. Then one tomato, and we have two tomatoes, okay. All right, let's look at some examples. But first on the chat, can you send me some examples of plural form of any verb that you know or any noun? Can you send me their plurals on the chat? Give me examples of plural nouns, okay? Okay, I said to send me some plurals on the chat. Every one of you, Nani, Semi, send me plurals on the chat. Okay, plural nouns on the chat. Okay, give me some examples of them. All right, so we have some examples while I wait for your own examples. Type the missing word. We have university plus IES. Remember, university ends with Y. So we will have what? You change the Y to I, and we will have universities. Okay? Give me some examples of plurals like this on the chat. Right, so this is irregular plurals, right? So you have woman and you have women. This is irregular, but it's okay. That's a good example. But we can have maybe plurals, for example, like game, and game becomes what? Games when you add S. Cat, that's a good example. Good job. That is perfect. Okay, so we have cats, and then it becomes cats with S. Okay, give me some more examples, all right? All right, do you have some more examples? Um, cookies. Okay, so we have cookie, and in plural we add S, right? Cookies. All right, good examples. The rest of you, you can send in your examples if you know them. Okay, so we have also calf. So you can see that calf in the plural form, this F changes towards calves. Okay, it changes. So you can see that it changes in the plural form. So give me some more examples of plurals. All right, send it to me on the chat. All right, so cube is a good example because we have cube, right? One, and then in plural form we have cubes, S added. All right, thank you for your answers, everybody. Let's move on to the test, okay? And you share your answers with me as well, okay? So type the missing word calf plus VS. What do we have? First or second? So send me your answers, everybody. Okay, Carls, thanks for your answers. Then next up we have university plus IES. What do we have? All right, so we have universities. Then 3 plus S, what do we have? First to second. All right, so we have trays. And this one, save plus S, what do we have here? So what do we have here? Save. Saves, okay? All right, the second one. All right, that's it. We'll move on to the next lesson. So make sure you complete the first one, okay? Let's move on to the next, which is form and use plurals of nouns ending in F, F, E, O, N, Y. All right, so this is basically the same thing, okay? You just have to know that to form the plural form of most noun, you have to add s, and if the noun ends with x or z, you have to add es. And if the noun ends with consonant y, you have to change the y to ies. If the noun ends with f or fe, and if the f sound or fe sound changes in the plural form, you have to make it ves. But if the noun keeps the fe sound, then you can just add s to it. And then we have some nouns that end with o, but we have exceptions like tomato, potato, and the rest of them here. You have to end them with what es. Okay. All right. So complete the sentence with the correct plural. In the summer, it seems that restaurants with outdoor seating. Okay. All right, so complete the sentence to the correct plural form. In the summer, it seems that restaurants with outdoor seating on patio are the most popular. So, what is the plural form? We have what here? We have patios in plural, okay? Then, at Crater Lake National Park, visitors can board trolley for 2 hours tour of the lake. We have what? Trolleys with S. All right, let's go to the test and make sure you share your answers with me. To complete the sentence with the correct plural, at Crater Lake National Park, visitors can board trolley for 2 hours tours of the lake, first, second, or third. Share your answers with me. All right, so we have trolleys. Then Elvis Presley started his career at Sun Records, one of the most famous recording studio in history. First, second, or third. So what do we have here? Option 2, studios. Okay. Then the Spanish teacher showed her student the bright purple potato that are popular in South America. First to second, or even the third, which of them? So what's the answer right here? So we have potatoes, the second one. Alright, researchers at Brown University found that some valley on Mars may have been created by runoff from melted snow, first, second, or third. So we have valleys. Then in the summer, it seems that restaurants with outdoor sitting on patio are the most popular. First, second, or third. So once you see this reminder on the chat, you all have to make sure you send in your answers, okay? So we have the third one. Let's communicate. Did you and Brandon take all the photographs for the school newspaper yourself, first or second? So let's say yourselves. Then modern banjo, which evolved from African instrument during colonial times, are frequently played to in folk, country, and bluegrass music. First, second, or third. So we have banjos. So, in 2002, thieves stole about $12 million worth of diamonds from an exhibit in a Dutch science museum. First to second. All right, we have thieves. Okay, that's it for our lesson today under the regular pronouns. Can you tell me if you have any examples? All right, since we have no questions to end here, complete this lesson if you haven't. See you all next time. Bye bye.